Alright, hello everyone. I am completely shocked that Nielsen has released the ratings already before November has begun, which I'm completely shocked. But you know what? I'm kind of glad that they already did, so we can go over the individual ratings. And I'm sorry if I'm drinking water here. I just had a long day. That's all I'm going to say about that. But I got tipped off about the ratings for October. And we're also going to get into the SiriusXM Holiday Program Guide. Yes. It's also some news we're going to touch upon in this video. So I guess we're going to start off with the New York City ratings. Then we're going to work our way to Philadelphia. And then we're going to work our way to Baltimore. Now, honestly, Baltimore, I might be able to pick up some stations in my future home. But until then, we're going to keep the status quo going and just focus on my current radio market, New York City. All right, let's start off with the obvious, number one media market in the company. WLTW, 106.7 Light FM, owned by iHeartMedia. For the 25th consecutive month, it is number one. However, it will go from an 8.5 to an 8.2. iHeart's Classic Rock WAXQ Q104.3 will stay at a 6.1 share from its September book. Media Adult R&B, Adult R&B, 107.5 WBLS rises for the fifth straight month from a 5.1 to a 5.8 for what Chris Huff, the ratings expert, notes its best performance since April 2023. iHeart Contemporary Hit Radio WHTC C100 up from a 5.5 to a 5.7. Odyssey Classic Hits 101.1 WCBS FM down from a 5.6 to a 5.5. Now, this is important to note regarding Conservative Talk. Red Apple Media owned 77 WABC. Continues its ratings rise, up from a 4.0 to a 5.0. Chris Huff also notes that this is the best share in the rating since the summer of 1979. Yes, so we got to go back about 45 years from its music radio heyday. As far as spoken word, given that we are approaching the election in a week from now, NPR 93.9 FM WNYC will go up from a 3.2 to a 3.9. Odyssey News owned 1010 Wins AM 92.3 FM up 4.3 to a 4.6. Streaming will add a 0.4 share. For the Yankees and the Mets doing well in the Major League Baseball playoffs, Sports Talk Odyssey owned 66 WFAN and their 101.9 FM signal gained from a 2.6 to a 3.3 from its additional 1.1 share for the streaming. Just going to make sure that, it looks like the ratings for ESPN New York. Yeah. Let's see what else we got here. Classical 105.9. WQXR will go up from a 1.9 to a 2.3 to a 2.5. MediaCo Hip Hop Hot 97. WQHT 97.1. Down from a 2.0 to a 1.8. However, WXBK Odyssey Classic Hip Hop 94.7 The Block 1.3 to a 1.2. Now we move on to Long Island. Classic Rock Cox owned 102.3 WBAB 95.3 WHFM goes from a 7.9 to an 8.5. Number 2 is going to be Hot AC Connoisseur Media Group's 97.5 goes up from a 4.3 to a 4.6. So far, I am not seeing the KJoy ratings unless they're here. All right, here we go. All right, so it looks like WKJY 98.3 KJoy Soft AC, also owned by Connoisseur, goes up from a 3.3 to a 3.8. Lastly, Country 103.1 The Wolf WWWF FM down from a 3.4 to a 2.5. Now we move on to Philadelphia, my future market. 94.1 WIP Sports Talk will go up from a 7.0 to an 8.0 to a 9.8. Chris Huff also notes it's the first time atop the Philadelphia market for the first time since November 2022. The stream will go from a 1.7 to a 2.0 to a 2.5. iHeartMedia's Adult R&B WDAS FM 105.3 down from an 8.9 to an 8.2. Beasley's Duo of Rock 93.3 WMMR. Classic Rock 102.9 WMGK. WMMR 7.8, 7.9 up. WMGK 6.6 to a 6.7. Odyssey News owned. KYW AM 1060 103.9 WPHI. Off from a 4.9 to a 4.8, which is shocking given that we are approaching the election. I would think that the ratings are going to go up in the 5 or the 6 range, given that we know Pennsylvania is a critical battleground state for both President Trump and the Vice President Kamala Harris. Let's see what else we got here. Odyssey's AC, WBEB, B101.1 down to a 4.8 to a 4.3. Radio R&B Oldies Classic 107.9 is down from a 4.1 to a 3.5. Beasley Variety Hits 95.7 Ben FM, WBEN is down from a 3.1 to a 2.9. Apparently, Contemporary Hit owned iHeartMedia's Q102 WIOQ will go up from a 2.1 to a 2.5 to a 2.7. Odyssey's Hot AC, the new 96.5, will go down from a 2.5 to a 2.1. Beasley's 97.5 The Fanatic. WPEN. Okay. I just want to see the ratings for Philadelphia in terms of 104.5. I'm just going to look at that for a second. See if we can get Philly. We'll pull up Philadelphia. See if we can find 104.5. Here we go. Okay. So, not good for WRFF. Still holding at a 1.8 rating. And then for La Rumba, it's at 1.9 to a 1.7. Okay. So, what does this mean about the Philadelphia market? Only one could tell, but it's definitely a lot better than New York. The only negative is Q102 has the music very high-pitched. And so that's why I'm antsy to be on the western side of Newcastle County and try to gamble to see if I can pick up any of the Baltimore stations. If not, there will likely be a chance when I will be in Hartford County when I go to Maryland. And we'll just quickly take a look at the Baltimore ratings. And no surprise about Baltimore. 98 Rock, on 97.9 FM. Because of the Orioles and the Ravens, that's going to go up from a 7.5 to a 7.7. Magic 95.9 will drop down from an 8.7 to a 7.7. Hip Hop 92Q, WERQ on 92.3 FM, down from an 8.6 to a 7.2. Odyssey's Today 101.9 WLIF down from a 7.5 to a 6.8. Christian AC 95.1 Bright FM will gain from a 4.2 to a 4.5 to a 5.6. Public News Talk 88.1 WYPR 3.8 to a 4.6. The Fan 105.7 WJZ up from a 3.3 to a 3.8. Classic Rock 100.7 to Bay 3.3 to a 3.7. Jack FM 102.7 down from a 4.3 to a 3.8. WBAL AM 1090 101.5 FM 2.8 to a 3.0. Okay. So lastly, I just want to see what the ratings are for C104.3. That is a very good question. What are those numbers looking for 104.3 FM? That is a good question. Oh boy, how could they not acknowledge this? So, for this month's book, WCFT FM jumps up from a 2.0 to a 2.4. Really? How could this not be acknowledged in the article? I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Alright, I mean, nothing I can complain about. They were the ones who wrote the article. Alright, our last headline for today is the news about SiriusXM. Today, their corporate office in New York City has announced that their holiday lineup will begin this Friday, November 1st. Now, the main headline will feature Jimmy Fallon's 12 Days of Christmas, which is very interesting. We know that Holly, the traditional SiriusXM channel, will be launching this Friday. So we'll just take a look to see what it says here. Now, as far as the Jimmy Fallon channel, that will be on Channel 17 from November 1st to December 26th. The same will go... Oh, wow. Okay, so Holly will be on Channel 79 until New Year's Nation begins on December 27th. Okay. I just wanted to see what that was about. Hallmark Radio, that's another one. Channel 105. A lot of people are going to ask about that one. Holly's the obvious one. I mean, that's what everybody was always asking for. Yeah, then the app will have Holly until January 8th. So, then you have Navidad, the Spanish channel, November 1st to January 8th. Now, this is the ones that I look forward to. First up, yours truly is looking forward to Radio Hanukkah. That will be launching, believe it or not, the night before the first night of Hanukkah. So for my fellow Jewish followers, you may want to pay attention to this news. So it says here that Radio Hanukkah will begin on Tuesday, December 24th, and will last until January 3rd. So mark that down. This is excellent news, especially because it'll definitely be good for the first night of Hanukkah beginning on December 25th. And lastly, the other channel I'm looking forward to is, of course, New Year's Nation, the Dance Mix Variety channel. That will begin on Friday, December 27th. So mark the date down. Friday, December 27th, and will last until November 3rd. If you want more information on the SiriusXM lineup, I will leave this link in the description below. So there you have it. Those are your radio headlines for October 29th, 2024. 15 minutes is long enough for this video. So yeah, we're going to wrap this up, guys. Thank you all very much for watching. Again, I'm very shocked about the ratings coming out as quickly as they did. Just want to note that these ratings are from September 12th until October 9th. So we'll see if the election does have any impact on the ratings. Only time will tell. Alright, guys. So that's going to wrap it up. I'm Andy. Thank you for watching. And until the next one, please take care.